This video is proudly sponsored by EA. A massive thank you to them for letting me play F1 2021 early and providing you with this content. Previously on Breaking Point.
And here he is, the man of the moment, Aiden Jackson.
An amazing race and a fantastic win for this incredible driver.
The team has given me a fantastic opportunity.
I've got this.
Can't work, and it doesn't! Ackerman's off onto the verge of what looks like damage as well.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
Going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin, he's barged his teammate off the track!
Bumping wheels like that, you could have put us both into the barrier. Come on, man.
I have to make a phone call.
Casper. Ackerman!
Prove him wrong.
Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here back with episode 2 of Breaking Point here on F1 2021. Yes, obviously we made the first video at the end of last week, so if you missed out on that one, definitely go back and check it out. It'll be linked at the top right hand corner of your screens and also down in the description below. If you missed out the start of our new F1 2020 My Team career mode as well, that video went live a couple of hours ago. That'll also be linked down below as well for you guys. But diving back into Breaking Point though, here today, get yourself subscribed if you aren't already. This has been absolutely brilliant fun so far. So let's head then into Chapter 3. So, heading into Chapter 3 then, the recent series of incident with his teammate Casper Ackerman, both on and off the track, have marred the start of Aiden Jackson's rookie F1 season. With the French Grand Prix coming up, Jackson is keen to find the form that brought him so much success in Formula 2. So, heading to Paul Ricard. There's a lot of runoff if we come together around here, so maybe if, you know, wheels do bang once more, we might be able to get away with it and not end up in, well, are there any gravel traps here? I think there might be one, I want to say. Let's get into it.
It's that time once again, the final moment before lights out and the charge down to turn 1. Who will come out on top at Paul Ricard today? We'll find out soon as the French Grand Prix gets underway. Mastering a lap of Paul Ricard means getting to know 15 corners, 6 left and 9 right, for an overall lap distance of 3.6 miles. The two halves of the long Mistral Straight are separated by a heavy braking zone into a potential overtaking hotspot at the Chicane Nord. And watch out for the drivers running onto the distinctive coloured stripes, which are low in grip and highly abrasive. Here we are then at the Circuit Paul Ricard in France, the 10th race of the 2020 Formula 1 season. And the standings are starting to take some kind of shape, Ant.
Yeah, exactly. You've got your big three jostling for position at the top, so no surprises there. A little less predictable in the midfield, though you could make an argument for Alfa Romeo underperforming somewhat.
The two Alfa Romeo drivers denying each other points, perhaps. Well, it's all to race for, and there's a lot of the season left ahead of us. So let's see how it all pans out. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Norris, Vettel, Sainz, and Lance Stroll, Ocon, Ackerman, Devon Butler, and Albon, Gasly, Grosjean, George Russell, and Aiden Jackson, Magnussen, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, we've not quite had the start of the season we'd hoped for, but we've got a chance to make up some ground today. Try to keep your nose clean and show us what you've got. Good luck, Aiden.
So here we are then, ready on the grid for the French Grand Prix, round 10 of the year. And qualifying, yeah, certainly not the way we would have wanted it to go there. But we've got a one-stop strategy ahead of us. Softs to mediums over the course of this one today. Not going to try and go for the alternate strategy here, but we need to try and make some forward progress in this race if we want to try and pick up some points. A bit weird doing our first start as Aiden Jackson here on F1 2021, but I'm sure we're going to get some cutscenes over the course of this race as well. Let's dive into it then. Round 10 of the year here from Circuit Paul Ricard. We've got to beat both McLaren and Renaults. We've got 5 red lights. And it is lights out, and away we go. Off to a pretty decent start as we head down towards turn 1. They see only losing the 1 spot to Kevin Magnussen at a rocket ship start. Oh, almost into the back of Grosjean. Down towards turn 1. That wasn't quite what we wanted to do off the start there, but we have got away with it just about as we head out of the first couple of corners there. We're going to turn back the brake bias just a little bit, but we have survived the start of the French Grand Prix. Let's have a look then as we head up the Mistral Straight for the first time here at Circuit Paul Ricard. Is Magnussen going to be able to make any more moves? He's had a blinding start for Haas. Russell's going to go defensive on him though. Maybe we can try and capitalise in this situation here as we try and get a good run off the exit of the chicane there. We do get to the inside of Kevin Magnussen, and using a load of our battery is going to mean we pull alongside him as we head up in towards the infamous turn 9 here. All side by side still. Magnussen never one to give up, but he does have to concede the position in the end there. Can we have a sneak at the inside of George Russell? Oh, a very, very aggressive move. But George Russell just about spotted us there. And yeah, like I said, very, very aggressive, but we've pulled it off. Next up then, we've got Gasly and Devon Butler. Have a look around the outside. Gasly out the final corner. But, oh, Gasly, what is that? Horrendous run out of the final turn there. Just didn't seem to be able to get the power down. And we're going to be able to slot past Pierre Gasly as we head back down towards turn 1. Or is he going to... Whoa, Pierre! We were clearly alongside you there, mate. We're going to get a big switchback on him, though, on the exit of the corner. And we will return the favour. Give him a bit of a squeeze on the exit there. But I'm at a P15 now. Devon Butler up next with Ackerman just in front of him. Right, trying to pull alongside Devon Butler out of the chicane once more. They're side by side with Devon as we head up towards turn 9 there. The AlphaTauri doesn't quite have the same top end speed, and clean up the inside we go there. So now moving past our big rival, we're up into P14 of the Grand Prix, but Ackerman now just in front of us. We've got a lot more pace than our teammate at the moment, but doesn't make it any easier. Getting a good run though off the exit of the corner there, really trying to utilise our batteries. Oh, big old squeeze from Ackerman. That's going to force us out a little bit wide in towards the final couple of corners. Somehow we find the grip out there and diving it up the inside of our teammate there. We should get the power at the exit of the final corner. Now up to P13 by the end of lap 2. We've had a blinding start to this Grand Prix, but Ackerman coming back at us as we head down towards turn 1. We'll be a lot braver on the brakes this time round, and we will hold on to the position, not letting our teammate do that to us. Now closing up to the back of Alex Albon in this race. We have had a blinding start here at Paul Ricard and really feel like we've settled down into a good rhythm pretty quickly. Or thought about having a look at the inside of Albon there, but no move working out this time around. We do get a good run on the exit of the corner, and again we're just taking every opportunity we can get at the moment. Now up into P12 of this race. You can see Ocon, one of the men we need to beat here, just up the road. Can we try and get a run on Lance Stroll? Oh, we thought about it, but thought better. So we head through the final corner here. I must admit, it is weird seeing all the 2020 cars once again, considering we only finished our My Team Career Mode a couple of days ago back on F1 2020. But down around the outside of Lance Stroll. So we head back towards turn 1. We get clean around the outside of him. And now we got our first of our rivals, Esteban Ocon. Come on then, Esteban, let's see what you've got in that Renault then, buddy. Big old run out onto the Mistral Straight once more there. As all Ocon's going to try and go defensive on us. Both McLaren's up the road duking it out as well. But can we get the run? Oh, Ocon! You can't move across us in the braking zone like that, buddy. That was very, very aggressive there. Ocon tries to keep the nose. But, yeah, not too sure what that was all about. Just tried to take a swipe at me in towards the braking zone. But remember, the points now 10th place by the end of lap 4. Has been a really, really good start to this GP. Up the inside of Seb. Thank you. Sure Ferrari aren't too happy with an Alfa Romeo getting past them, but we'll take it nonetheless there. Ricciardo, though, for Renault, is up in the podium places, I think, at the moment. So, not ideal for us. I think he's losing the place to one of the Mercs now. But, yeah, not really ideal for us. We've got Sainz and Norris, though, just in front. Oh, Norris doesn't get a run off turn 1. We'll try and capitalise on this. We haven't got much battery left at this stage of the race, but we do get up the inside. And now up into P8. Oh, big wobble. Out onto the back straight, but up the inside of Lando Norris we're going to go. We should be able to get the run on the McLaren man here. We're just going to sit alongside him into the braking zone, save some battery. A little bit later on the brakes, we'll squeeze him out, and we'll move ourselves up at a P7. We have some very, very aggressive moves in this race. But just, you know, don't want to get pushed around in Formula 1. Good run on Perez. Oh, very, very forced him wide, but just trying to get the front inside wheel there slowed down. And up now into 6th. Charles Leclerc struggling over the curbs there, but he's aware of how aggressive we've been at the start of this race, going defensive on us. Down towards turn 4. Can we try and get a run though? Try and get alongside him, just sort of force him off the line. Try and get the power down, but nothing working there, and hopefully now we can try and get a run out onto the Mistral straight there. Ferrari have not had a good start to their 2020 campaign, but can we now try and do something in this race? Charles Leclerc is going to go defensive on us once more. We're going to swing to the outside of the Ferrari in towards the chicane there, and way later on the brake. Charles Leclerc, no confidence there, and now we're all over the back of Daniel Ricciardo, the last man we need to overtake in this Grand Prix. 19th to 5th. Remember, obviously, we were 19th down at turn 1, and we're up to 5th now by the end of lap 6. Oh, Ricciardo dives into the pit lane at the end of the lap there, the same as Verstappen and Bottas, so we are now going to inherit P2 in this Grand Prix. That's exactly what we need at this stage of the day there. And yeah, we're going to pit the end of this one though, so we don't get undercut. Right, end of lap 7 though, we're going to dive into the pits at the end of this one. Bottas is going to stay out. No, he's not. He's just not going to use the pit lane entry properly. Oh, almost sped into the pit lane there, but we do get away with it. So we head down into the pits there. Leclerc, Norris, Ocon, as well as I think that's Lance Stroll and Albon have all dived into the pit lane as well here. But so far we've had a really good job. But why is Casper into the pits as well? That's not what we need at this stage of the day. So he's going to get held up in the pit lane here. 2.9 as we've come out ahead of Bottas though. We've nailed this pit stop. We're up into the podium positions. How have we managed that in this Grand Prix there? We've got 6 laps to go. Ricciardo's heading back down towards turn 1. But we have held on. And yeah, this race has gone really in our favour so far. Ooh, new fastest lap of the Grand Prix out of nowhere as we're really taking time out of Verstappen with just 3 laps to go. Not too sure what they've done to this Alfa Romeo this weekend, but it feels on rails. Let's start the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix, and look at the traction we're still getting over the AI there. Verstappen on hard tyres, and we're just going to go clean around the outside as we head back down towards turn 1 here. P2 now in the French Grand Prix. This has been an absolute worldie of a race for us, but now we've just got to try and get it to the flag ahead of Max.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Round in the final few turns then here from Circuit Paul Ricard. Verstappen was not happy that he managed to let us sneak by there, and he's been pushing us hard right the way through to the end of this Grand Prix. But Hamilton is going to come through for another race victory here. He is going to win the French Grand Prix here at Le Castellet. But round in the final couple of corners from P18 on the grid, we've had a shock result here today. The pace has all come together, and it's going to be P2 in the end.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Business as usual for the Big Three, but a bit of a reshuffle in the midfield here in France.
That's certainly much better from Alfa Romeo. Frankly, they should be in the mix more often. On a good day, they're as good as anyone in that midfield pack.
And they've certainly proved it today. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts.
Aiden, congratulations! You got on the podium. That's a fantastic result for both you and the team. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's a team effort. I'm just the one behind the wheel. It was an amazing result today, and I think everyone deserves it. I'm just pleased I could bring it home for them.
Well, it's such a great result, especially since it's your first season in Formula 1. Would you say you found your feet now since the jump to F1?
I reckon so. I'd say the result today shows I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 one, no matter what people say. I think the team would agree with me.
So there's no current tensions within the team? We've all seen that you and Casper have locked horns so far this season. Is that something that's now behind you?
I think there's always going to be a settling in period. It doesn't matter who you're paired up with. You've got to have a strong character to do what we do. We may have our differences, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Appreciate your time.
So there we go then, Chapter 3, Jackson put in a solid effort at the French Grand Prix to firmly cement Alfa Romeo as a contender in the crowded midfield pack on the F1 grid, much to the delight of the team's management and fans. Let's head to post-race here from Le Castellet. So, there we go then, Jackson finding form in France to bring home the points for Alfa Romeo there. When asked if he thinks how he found his feet driving an F1, Jackson was almost confrontational. I say the result today shows I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 one. So clearly the press reading something into that there. Sebastian Vettel has also announced his Formula 1, his Ferrari departure as well, obviously at the end of 2020. We've also got a call coming in from Brian. Let's listen in.
Brian.
Aiden, just so you know, there's a full team meeting in 20 minutes.
No worries.
We just want to review our strategy while the race is still fresh in our minds.
Right, okay. I'll see you there.
Listen, while you're on, I just wanted to say that was some solid driving out there today. I'm impressed.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Brian.
Put it this way, it's been noticed. Well done, kid. I'll see you in the meeting.
So everywhere else, people loving us at the end of the race there. Will Buxton tweeting out outstanding driving today as we got a phone call from our mum as well.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, love. Just calling to say well done, as usual. You okay?
Thanks, Mum. Yeah, I'm good. Real good. I think I delivered today.
I thought so. And I think the neighbors probably did too. I couldn't stop shouting.
Oh, not again.
I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
Hey, it's Silverstone soon.
So does that mean you'll be home for a few days?
Probably. I'll try and get over for a day or two, either side of race weekend.
You know, Silverstone was always your dad's favorite track.
I know. You're still coming to the race, right?
Do you really think I'd miss out on the VIP treatment? Of course I'm coming. I just wish it wasn't on my own, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I'll be there. And I can't wait to see you.
Me too. Anyway, I won't keep you. I imagine you want to go and celebrate. Well done again. Love you.
Love you too, Mum. Speak soon.
Right, so maybe something's going on behind the scenes at the Jackson residence there, but nothing else really to note from the socials there. Anything on the emails? Obviously, the team just saying, you know, mega job done in the podium as well, but nothing really else to mention there by the looks of it as well. Let's see what's up next. So, by the looks of it then, that is the end of Chapter 3. We're going to be splitting it down into just one chapter per episode now as well for you guys, just so you know we can try and keep it a little bit more split up and pretty clear and concise there. But a massive thank you to all of you, the guys that have watched this video. If you have enjoyed it, do make sure you leave a like and get yourself subscribed as well. Obviously, trying to close in on 20,000 subscribers on the channel there. Not so much cinematics from this race there, but a really good race from Circuit Paul Ricard as well, of course. But yeah, we'll be back next time round ready for Chapter 4. No idea what lies ahead, but Breaking Point so far has been phenomenal here on F1 2021. We'll see you guys tomorrow for more. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to the Travesty, Patrick and Chuan for being a member of the channel. If you guys want to help us out as well, obviously you can join for just £1 a month with some other exclusive perks by clicking the join button down below.